Imagine you are holding $1.2 million worth of Bitcoin right here in your hands. You don't use it to buy a luxury mansion or to dump it into the stock market. Instead, what do? You send the entire amount straight to an address that has been dormant for 15 years. An address that belongs to someone really famous, Satoshi Nakamoto. Yes, exactly, the guy who disappeared long ago and whose money is likely impossible to ever retrieve. On January 5th, 2024, something exactly like this actually happened. A mysterious wallet used a complex series of transfers to send roughly 27 bitcoins directly into Satoshi Nakamoto's Genesis address, the very first address used when Satoshi mined the first Bitcoin block on January 3rd, 2009. What's funny is, it was deliberate. Once those coins went in, they were pretty much locked away forever. So why did he do that? And why is this address so special? You gotta know Satoshi's Genesis address holds huge symbolic power in the Bitcoin world. Because of the early code, the way it was designed, the original 50 Bitcoin that were mined technically cannot be spent. They could only be received, but the 26.91 Bitcoin since that time, in January 2024, they were different. They can be spent normally. So, if Satoshi is still alive and still holds the private keys, he could actually move this money whenever he wants. Why do that? After this happened in 2024, the community came up with three main interpretations. First, some people think it's a trap, a legal trap, but maybe quite an expensive one. Let me tell you why. In early 2024, the IRS introduced new rules in crypto. Anyone receiving more than 10K in crypto assets must report their real identity and address within 15 days. So some in the community speculated that this high-profile transfer might be actually testing the boundaries of regulation, or even creating a trap for anyone who might claim one day to be Satoshi Nakamoto. If you declare it, you risk exposing yourself, your privacy, your name. If you don't declare it, you could face compliance problem later if regulators, come knocking at your door. So was it a trap for Satoshi to reveal who he actually is? Maybe. Second, many saw it as a marketing stunt. Because the timing was perfect. It was right before Bitcoin spot ETFs were about to get approved. So instead of spending millions on TV commercials, why not stage a massive drama on the blockchain and have global media, walk in and cover it? And that's what they did. The global media covered it for free. It was the perfect time to reinforce, the narrative that Bitcoin is scarce digital gold to get some more mindshare. Publicly burning 27 Bitcoin was basically like shouting, I believe in Bitcoin and you should too. Learn about this tech. The third explanation is more practical. Many think that the money may have a bad origin, something shady, or for some reason it couldn't be spent through normal channels. So sending it to Satoshi's almost untouchable address would be the cleanest and most permanent way, and a poetic way to destroy it. It was a way to burn it, like a burn address. But at the same time tell the world that this asset is completely out of anyone's control. For regular people in the space, we prefer a simpler explanation. Small transfers get called a tribute, and big ones feel like a special kind of ritual. After you've made money from Bitcoin, sending a little bit back, to the creator or to the community by burning it, it feels like closing the loop, and it just feels good inside. But let's be real, all that illustrates something else at the same time. The biggest reason why Bitcoin has become so strong today is that Satoshi hasn't moved a single coin in all these years on any of his known addresses. If he ever does spend from those addresses, the blow to the community confidence could be massive. But we know he won't do it. This transfer of 26.91 Bitcoin suddenly turned Satoshi's quiet memorial into a global spotlight. It also exposed the fascinating contradictions that Bitcoin is facing right now. If it was a regulatory trap, it shows how blockchain transparency is being weaponized. If it was a marketing move before the ETFs, it means Bitcoin has officially entered the stage of institutionalization and branding. If it was just a tribute, it proves that even in this very rational on-chain world, where everything is code and math, people still need symbols, rituals, and a bit of faith. Either way, more and more Bitcoin keeps piling up in this specific address. It has become a unique monument that the entire global crypto community is building together. And it reminds us that Bitcoin is never just cold code. It's a living system filled with human emotions, legal battles, and all kinds of stories. What do you think? Why do you believe those 26.9 Bitcoin were sent in? For? As a tribute? As marketing? Or for some other reason? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. See you in the next one, guys.